we are going to demonstrate a series of calf raise progressions, starting at isometric holds. So if we've been immobilized or we're coming back from an injury, starting at the least aggressive and working towards more aggressive or more functional calf raise exercises. So stand somewhere where you have something next to you that you can use for balance. Not that you're leaning on it, but that you can touch, so that you're not making this a balance exercise right out of the gate. My whole foot is going to be active to start. And then we're going to go into a double leg isometric. So we're going to go up to the top of our available range. And I want to make sure that I have pressure evenly through the entire ball of my foot and my toes. So I should feel weight under my big toe all the way to my pinky toe. What I don't want to do is rotate out away from my big toe. So again, my whole foot is active. Going to lift up, keeping even weight across all 5 of my toes and the ball of my foot. When we start with isometric exercises, we can do a 20 to 30 second hold to begin with. And then we rest for the same amount of time. You'll start with 5 sets of that. So, whole foot is active. I'm gonna lift evenly to the top of my available range. Even weight through all 5 of my toes. Hold that for 30 seconds. And then reset. The next progression is going to be towards a single leg isometric. So we're still going to go up on both feet. So active foot, up. I'm going to shift towards my right side to pick my left foot up. So right side is doing all of the work. I'm still active through all 5 of my toes and the ball of my foot. A 30-second hold. And then I come down with both feet. If it's my left I want to target, the rules are the same. Active foot, up on both, shift my weight to my target leg, lift my other one, contact through all 5 toes, hold for 30 seconds, bring my other foot, and then I come down. The next progression after that is going to be an eccentric lowering on my target leg. So again, whole foot's active. I go up on both feet. I shift over to my target leg, and then I'm going to do a really slow eccentric lowering. It should take approximately 5 seconds. Every time I go up, I go back to 2 feet. Up on 2 feet, shift, slow lower for 5 seconds. We're going to start with somewhere between 8 and 12 reps, depending on your tolerance. If initially out of the gate, you can only do 3 of these, then that's where we start, and we track progress as you're able to do more. So that slow lowering should take approximately 5 seconds. I always go back up on both feet. The next progression we're going to add is putting a small ball at our heels. So it's going to change the activation of those muscles. The ball doesn't have to have any weight to it specifically. About the size of a tennis ball works well. I'm going to pinch it between my heels, active foot, and then I'm just going to slow and controlled rep up and down. maintaining enough pressure that that ball stays in its position. I've got weight through all 5 of my toes on each foot. We'll start with 15 reps or fatigue with 3 left in the tank. The final progression we're going to show today is going to be an elevated heel lift. So if you have a slant board or a wedge, we can start on that. Whole foot is active. Contact with all of my toes. I'm going to go up to the top of my range and then slow down. Here's where I would hit the floor, but because I'm in that slant board, I'm going to get a little bit deeper motion. If I don't have ankle dorsiflexion range of motion, or if my calves are tight, this will be a little bit more difficult. In the absence of a slant board, we can do it off the edge of a step. So, ball of my feet are going to be on the step. I'm going to go up to the top of my available range, and then I'm going to come down slow. Here's where I would hit the floor. I'm going to let my heels drop below that. I'm going to drive out of it with even pressure on both feet. Slow lower, let my heels drop, and drive.